Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Rap Ministries. That's Reaching All People Ministries. And I just want to thank you for coming and joining us for the Passover or Pesach. Thank you for joining us today. So let this music play for a little minute while we wait for others to come in. We see you, Auntie. We see you. Thank you for coming on in today. Appreciate you for coming in. You and your family, you and your household. Shalom, Israel, to you as well, Sister Sheila. Yeah, let everything that has breath praise Yahuwah. We see you grind like Josh. We see you. Thank you for coming on in. Sister Erica Yashel, Elder, and Brother Isaac. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So happy to see you today. Happy Pesach. Happy Passover to you as well. G-Mac, we thank you for coming on in, brother. Good to see you. Brother G-Mac. We'll give everybody else a few more minutes to get on in here, you know. See, we got 13 in here, 14 in here now. Thank everybody for coming on in today. Hope you had a great preparation day. Hope you had a good preparation day. Sister Yarnice, baby Charlotte, we see you. See, we got 16 on in here. You know, you guys are part of the few. Part of the few that's in here today. Got a great lesson for you. We're getting ready to get on up out of here. We leaving Egypt. If you ain't left already, we leaving Egypt today. You know, a lot of people are celebrating. Some camps are celebrating Passover tomorrow. Some the day after that. You know, that's just when they're doing it. Brother Louis Dunez, you know, we're gonna explain why we're doing it tonight. It's biblical, you know, it's biblical why we're doing it tonight. But this is a very, very important day. Very important. It commemorates when the Most High passed over his people. Passed over them, killed all of the firstborn in Egypt, and it passed over his people, who was deserving of it too. But he passed over them and led them out of Egypt and took them into the wilderness and gave them the law, the statutes, and the commandments. See, we got 20 on in here. We give everybody maybe a couple more minutes. All right, shalom to you, brother. Shalom, Yehuda. Thank you for coming on in today. Hallelujah to you as well. Hallelujah. All praises, the highest praise to the Most High Yah. We thank him for sending his son centuries, a millennia ago. Many millennia ago. to die for our sins, to take away the sins of Israel. But I'm gonna turn it down. We're gonna get on in. I was trying to wait on a few folks. Trying to wait on Sister Proverbs and you know, key to life is Torah. You know, sometimes people come, they might not want to take the Passover. Not saying that's them, you know, and it's provisions in Torah as well. Like if you for some reason can't take Passover today, that you can take it a month later. So you know, people, I don't know what's going on in people's lives. Not saying nothing on them, because those are good people. Proverbs and key to life is Torah, you know, waiting on the Jamersons too. But we're going to go and get in the lesson, because we're not going to partake of the bread and the wine to the end of the lesson. But I ain't gonna be labor the moment. I respect people's time. I thank you guys for gathering here with us. Oh, his brother Jeff. Oh, his brother Jeff Hardison. All right, all right, all right. Thank you for coming on in, brother. Thank you for coming on in. I know him. All right, I'm gonna decrease that he might increase. Got a great lesson for you today. And let me make sure I put it up there right, because I didn't put it up there right on Shabbat, past Shabbat, this past Shabbat. Make sure it went up there. I'm going to look over here to my right. Make sure I didn't check last time. I thought I did. You know how you just mentally think you did something. But let's get into it. We'll pray and we get on into the scripts. Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation millennia ago. We just thank you for this special night, which is the Passover, which falls under your Shabbat, because we know that the 10 commandments, the 10 words, we know that they are a table of contents for your law, statutes, and commandments. Father, we just thank you for everybody that's just here, and we thank you that they will be blessed, they will be edified, they will be changed for the better in their lives as we partake in your Passover on this night. Abba, we just take a dominion over any satanic, any demonic attack that might try to rear its ugly head on tonight. Father, we just thank you for fellowship. We just thank you for the fellowship that we will have tonight. And we give you all the praises, all the honor, all the glory. Do your mighty, magnificent name. And we pray all this in the mighty name of your son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Amen. All right. All right. I see we got 24 in here. Appreciate everybody that's in here. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. It makes our ministry and channel more visible to others. But what we talking about today? Passover 2023, Pesach 2023. Let's leave Egypt. So I do this every year because I know. Don't think brother Jeremiah, however you want to call me, brother Ronnie. Don't think I don't know that everybody ain't doing it tonight. So the world will eat the Passover on Wednesday evening on April the 5th. The correct time to eat is today. And my calendar, I compare it to other respected ministries, and two ministries that I respect that does have calendars out there. They usually agree with the right on time with me, but only one time. This time, the one on the left, Straightway Israel. That's Pastor Charles Dial. Highly respect him. And 119 Ministries is one day off this time. They're one day off this time. So, brother Ronnie, what the scripts tell us to, that every new month starts with the new moon. And then from the new moon is the first day of the month. So you count from there. So I know how 119 Ministries got theirs. What they do is the new moon, they count the new moon from the first that they see a slither of light, which ain't in the scripts, by the way. The first slither of light. So they count that as the first day. So they one day off. But, they both said the new moon is on the 21st, but they on the 3rd, we on the 4th. And guess what? Jerusalem over there in the land today, what they call Jerusalem today, their new moon was on March 21st too. So how in the world are they 2-3 days off? Even if they counted the new slither of the new moon, I know why. It's their tradition. Sometimes back in the day, back then, they would send somebody out to try to, we don't see the new moon, so we gonna get out here, and sometimes it may take 2 days to see it. You can go watch the class we did on Passover last time, and you can do research on your own and find that out. But today is the day, brothers and sisters. I read countless articles, read the scriptures backwards and forward, or looking up words in the Hebrew, looking up words in the Greek. But today is the day, brothers and sisters. You can look at almanac.com and you go from the new moon. When was it? March the 21st, 2023. In most places, that's when it was. But even if it was a day earlier, still, I don't see how you come up with it being April the 6th and you're taking it April the 5th that evening. No good. These are sites that I, rely on. Plus, I go out and look myself, you know. But a lot of people don't know the difference between a full moon and a new moon. A new moon, a new moon is when the moon is not visible in the sky, and that marks a new month. I don't know if I said I see you, brother Louis Dunez. I don't know if I said it. But good to see you, brother. But I'm not gonna get into all of this. I'm just letting you know how what's going on with what's going on. So we're gonna go to Exodus 12:26 because we're gonna get this service started. We're gonna start in Exodus 12:26 because the Most High said, "Your children, when you taking communion or you taking Passover, your children they want to know why are we doing this." That's the first teaching, that the first little bit of the teaching I'm going to teach the children. Why are we doing this? Because it says in Exodus 12:26, and it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? Why are we doing this? And you should be able to tell your children why you're doing this. So what is Passover? So we're going to read it. We just read Exodus 12:26, but we're gonna read Exodus 12:1-28, and we're gonna try to get air. We're gonna try to. I ain't gonna speed through this. Not gonna speed through this, but I'm just gonna take my time, but don't take my time. But let's get it. Exodus 12:1. It says, "And the Most High spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be to you the beginning of months." This month shall be to you what? The begin. When did it start? It started for us on this Gregorian calendar, March 21st. That was the first day of the new month. That was the real new year in the spring, like it's supposed to be. It says, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto to all the children, congregation of the children of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish." That's why you can't be trying to sacrifice a lamb for yourself today. You don't know what the qualifications are for a lamb with no blemish. A male of the first year. If you went to the grocery store and said, "Oh, we gonna buy a lamb and this gonna be for the pet," no, you're just doing that symbolically. Do you know if they even butchered them according to how the Most High said to butcher them? Do you even know what they fed them? It said, "Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats." It says, "And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, which is today. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post of the houses wherein they shall eat it." Why? Why they gonna put that blood on there? Because the death angel was going to come through, the destroyer was going to come through and kill all the firstborn, which we're going to see in just a minute. Verse 8, "And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor salted at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof." You buy your lamb from Kroger's Deli or whatever they are, and you roasting them. Is his head and legs in there? Verse 10, "And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaining of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire." Even if you were doing it, you ain't having no lamb sandwiches for lunch because you got some. No. And thus ye shall eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in haste. It is the Most High's Passover. It is Yahuwah's Passover. It's the Jews' Passover. No, it's the Most High's Passover. The Moses law. No, it's the Most High's Passover. Verse 12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahuwah. And the blood shall be for you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, when he see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. I tell him we leave in Egypt, folks. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Most High throughout your generations. You shall keep it at a feast by an ordinance. How long? Forever. This is the Most High's talking. Don't you let your pastor, preacher, pulpit pimp trick you out of doing this Passover and have you doing what they call Easter this Sunday that's coming up. Don't you let them trick you. But I tell you, all of that what we just read, if you are not able to partake of the Passover, there's provisions in the Torah for you to do it a month later. Numbers 9 through 12. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or of your posterity or your children, your seed, shall be unclean by any reason of a dead body or be in a journey far off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahweh. If something come up, you can do that. You would do it the 14th day of the second month. At even, they shall keep it and eat it with unleavened bread and with bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it. You'll see it just like in Exodus. But let's pick it back up in Exodus. Because today, I'm telling you, this is a special day to the Most High. Verse 15, 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth unleavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. In the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day, feast of unleavened bread, when does it start? Tomorrow. In the self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Verse 18, in the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall, is telling you again to eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days there shall be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. The land, what land? The land of Israel. Ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. What was it? It was a lamb. Who was our Passover? Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahushua HaMashiach, Yahawashai, some call him. Jesus, some call. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out the door of his house until the morning. None of you. Well, it says, for the Most High will pass through that night. He will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Most High will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your house, your houses to smite you. Didn't have that blood up there? The destroyer was going to get you. And you shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons. How long? Forever. And it shall come to pass when ye come into the land which the Most High will give you according to as he has promised, that ye shall keep this service. Keep it. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say, we just read this, say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Most High's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt. You, everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, if you, Israel, if you keeping his laws, his statutes, his commandments, his judgments. A lot of people not doing that. They say, oh, that's over with. Oh, that's that old law. Oh, that's that Old Testament. They ain't got nothing to do with us. That's what they say. That's what they say. It says, and the children of Israel went away and did as the Most High had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 23. Verses 1-8. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel and say to them, again, I'm trying to tell you, who feast is this? It said, concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, even these are Moses' feasts. It don't say it was Moses' feast. See, that's what people skip over. These are the Old Testament. No, if the Most High, like you say, he the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he changed not, these are still his feast. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and the holy convocation. I told you all of the holy days fall under the commandment of remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. All of them fall under there. It said, ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocation, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month, at even it's the Most High's Passover. It don't say nothing about being Moses' Passover. It don't say nothing about being the Jews' Passover. It said Yahuwah's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month, which is tomorrow, is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. In the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work. And I didn't put verse 8 in there because guess what? We have been tricked today. You can go watch our class, The Great Switcheroo. We have been tricked today. Because guess what? Nobody Passover. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. We do Easter now. You do? Acts 12, 3-4. Because this is the one place that Easter is in the Bible before we leave up out of Egypt. This is the only place. This is the only place where Easter is mentioned in the Bible. One place. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Who? Herod. He threw Peter up. He was going to throw Peter up in jail. Then were the days of unleavened bread, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Lock him up. Throw away the key. But there they go. Let's see, there's Easter right there. But in closer inspection, you look it up. When you look this up, when you look the word up Easter, you will see the word Pascha up there. Pascha. It says Passover, Easter. At the top, it says the Passover 28 times. It's all in the King James, in the New Testament. Every time it says the word Pascha, 28 times it says Passover, and one time it say Easter. One time. Go watch our Great Switcheroo class, and we show you how that came to be. The Great Switcheroo. It says the Paschal sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance of old from Egypt. It said the Paschal lamb, i.e., the lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan, the first month of their year, in memory of the day on which their fathers, preparing to depart from Egypt, were bidden by Yah to slay and eat a lamb and to sprinkle their doorposts with his blood, and the destroying angel, seeing the blood, might pass. Didn't we just read all this in Exodus? But their word, well, you see Easter, the Greek word is Pascha, Passover, Passover. Oh my goodness. And you go watch that great switcheroo. We went through like at least about 12 or 13 different encyclopedias and dictionaries, and it says every last one of them said it was a mistranslation, and it should not say Easter, it should say Passover. Ooh wee. So before we get into Egypt, all modern religions come from these two, Baal and Asherah, all throughout the Old Testament. But we just decide that we want to ignore it, and we don't want to see it. But these Nimrod and the Queen of Heaven, they both of them are known by all of these names, because Nimrod at the tower, he built the Tower of Babel, and when the Most High sent winds and angels to destroy that mess, people went away calling him a whole bunch of different things. But some of the ones you're gonna see tonight in tonight's teaching is Osiris, Isis, and Easter, and many more. But I say to you, let's leave Egypt. Why? Because the Most High said, out of Egypt I have called my son. A lot of people in churches, and they losing their religion. They turn into Kemet. They turn into Egyptology. Oh, that's the oldest civilization, so that must be right. No, they don't make it right. The Most High told his people to come up out of there. You know, the Egyptian Book of the Dead by E.A. Wallace Budge, that's back there, here, right where I live in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, Memphis was a place in Egypt, in Egypt across the waters, in Africa. You can say, out of Africa, the Most High say, out of Africa I have called my son. Oh my goodness, what we call today? People that look like me, African Americans. Oh, they're African Americans. Right? Out of Egypt I have called my son. But look at that. Right here's a pyramid right down on the river. Down the river. Black Panther. Got folks all into that mess. Look at that. The Eye of Horus, the Eye of Ra. People wearing unks, Egyptian. I'm talking about people that say they believe in the Messiah wearing Egyptian unks. Don't have no idea where that mess came from. Look at that on the bottom right. Happy birthday. Where you think that came from? Go watch my birthday class, and you can read all about what birthdays and cakes and all that mess came from. Get up out of Egypt. Let's go to Exodus 20, 1-6, because the Most High people, when he brought them out of Egypt, he gave them a law. He said, and the Most High spoke all these words. It said, who spake all these words? And the Most High spake all these words. Everything I'm getting ready to say to you, the Most High spake. I didn't speak it. The Most High spoke it to Moses to tell the people, the children of Israel. That's what we don't get. We don't read the Bible and say, who talking to who? Who's saying what? And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High thy Elohim, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. But we want to go back. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, because when they was in there, they was following them same deities that a lot of them was following the same deities the Egyptians was following. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. That's why the Most High said don't do it, because guess what they were doing? They were doing it. Why are you gonna tell you not to do something that you ain't doing? Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness, or anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth, that thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. You're going to see a theme tonight when the Most High said, don't bow down to them, don't serve them. You're going to see what the Most High kept telling Pharaoh. When he kept telling, he let them out of there so that they might serve me. He said, for I, the Most High, thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and the fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto them, thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Because guess what? Today, people, they want to give glory to Bast. That's what they want to do. No, give glory to the Most High. He said, out of Egypt, out, people, out, not in. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Most High, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. He said, that's what he said to Pharaoh, that they my firstborn. When Hosea 11:1 says, when Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. Matthew 2:15, and there was Yeshua. He called him out of Egypt too, because they had to run. They was running away from Herod because he wanted to kill all of the babies, male childs, children. And there was until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Most High by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I what? Called my son. Are you part of Israel? If you say you part of Israel, get yourself up out of there. Get yourself up out of there. Out of Egypt. Let's go to Revelation, because what is Egypt to him? It's talking about the two witnesses in Revelation chapter 11, verse 6-8. In the end time, Egypt is still bad to him, but you want to stay. These have power, these two witnesses have power to shut heaven that didn't rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over the waters to turn them into blood. Could it be Moses? I don't know. Could be. And to smite the earth with all plagues. And we're going to see some plagues today. And we're going to see some gods getting their head bashed in. By who? The Most High Yah. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. What great city? Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Yeshua said that Jerusalem will be trodden down by Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom and Egypt, where also our Messiah was crucified. So they let you know it's talking about Jerusalem, but he called it spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Why? Because they were doing because Israel is still Israel today. They don't know they Israel, but they're out there cutting up. They're just cutting up, which is called Sodom and Egypt. Usually these some of the deities. We're not going to focus on these deities, but these deities are in movies. And so they trying to bring it and project it back onto you. You can look at this on your own, but I'm going to keep on pushing through. But these are symbols in witchcraft. That's straight up witchcraft. That's why he wanted his children, his people to come out. Look at that. The Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus, the Ankh. Got a witchcraft class. You can see more on that. But let's go to Leviticus 18:1-5, because we're going to see some gods being destroyed tonight. I'm going to hurry it up because we're going to be needing to get on into partaking in the bread and the wine in just a minute. Unleavened bread, not no light bread, not no Wonder Bunny bread, no Irons Kids bread, whatever bread they got out there. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Most High your Elohim. After the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after doings in the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinances. His birthday is part of what are they ordinances? Yep. Ye shall do my judgment and keep mine. See, some people, they hate me for that, brother. You got my birthday today. I'm gonna throw me a party. I'm gonna get turned up on my birthday. I'm gonna do this for me. You making yourself a god. You gonna go today, you gonna go to judgment, and the Most High gonna charge it. He said, oh, you did everything right. He said, one thing. What's that? You worship other gods. No, I did not. I didn't do that. I didn't keep Christmas. I didn't keep Easter. I didn't keep Halloween. I didn't keep none of that. Yahuwah. I didn't keep none of that, Yeshua. Because the Father judges no man, Yeshua, he had committed our judgment to the Son. Yeshua, I didn't do it. He said, you worshiped yourself. What? Oh yeah, brothers and sisters. You can turn yourself into a God by putting yourself before the Most High. He said, you shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgment, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Most High. Not your pastor, he ain't the Most High. Brother Ronnie is not the Most High. The person that you think know all the Bible and they good with the scripts, they're not the Most High. Ancient Egypt. Because, Brother Ronnie, why are you messing with us about these birthdays? Because that's part of getting up out of Egypt. In ancient Egypt, the Pharaoh was a priest, king and god to the Egyptian, and this was a root of the reason for their celebrations. Originally, the birth of common people was not celebrated, but on the birthdays of the gods, and later kings and great ones, as time went on, and since each day had a god associated with it through astrology, as the common people observed these, they began to associate the celebrations with their own birthdays as well. This tie heavily into horoscope. We got a birthday class and we got a horoscope class. We ain't gonna get into all that, but I'm telling you, come up out of Egypt. That's just part of it. Look at them. How many you just don't know what you're doing? Even though the cake came from the Greeks. But as you can see, the god Geb and Nut in ancient Egypt, it was highly tied to astrology. Most High told his people, get out of that mess. Let's go to Genesis chapter 40 and 20. Get out of it. See, everybody think they do. Man, we ain't. We. But anyway, Genesis 40 and 20, and it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants. And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief and the chief baker among his servants. One of them dudes got killed. One of them was lifted back up to his position. The other one got killed. And all this went down at who? The Pharaoh's birthday party. They getting down. Every time in it. Go watch that birthday class. This ain't a birthday class, but go watch it. Change your life. Let's go to Ezekiel. What else? But the Most High, what is he saying? This is, Brother Ronnie, you done Egypt us to death. Have I? And say unto them, thus saith the Lord, Lord your Elohim, in the day when I chose Israel and lifted up mine hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt. When I lifted up my hand unto them, saying, I am the Most High your Elohim. And that day I lifted up mine hand unto them to bring them forth of the land of Egypt into a land that I had espied for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. Then said I unto them, cast ye away every man the abomination of his eyes, and defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt. I am the Most High your Elohim. But they rebelled against me and would not hearken unto me. They did not every man cast away the abomination of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Black Panther is an idol from Egypt. I'm telling y'all that. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. But I wrought for my name's sake. He wrought for his name's sake, Israel, that it should not be polluted before the heathen, among whom they were, in whose sight I made myself known to them, bringing them forth out of the land of Egypt. Wherefore I caused them to go forth out of the land of Egypt. That's why he put the blood on it. They deserved the death because they was right there doing it too. But he said, but I'm going to have mercy on them. I'm going to put this blood on this, have them sacrifice that lamb, put this blood on this door, and then lead them up out of here and give them the instructions. He said, I gave them my statutes and showed them my judgment, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. The Most High said his statutes, his laws, his judgments, you're supposed to live in them, abide in them, take up residence in them. Let them abide in you as well. That's what Yeshua said. Let them, he said, as I abide in you and you in me, and we'll abide in them, and they in us. Moreover, I gave them my Sabbaths. He gave them what? But we ain't, let's keep it pushing. Exodus 32, because I'm finna show you what he gave it to him, and look what they still done. That's what we do today. People finna do it Sunday. Finna show you the golden calves. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, up. He said, read that. He said, and when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto them, up, make us gods. The people, Moses gonna be gone 40 days. We don't know where he at. Moses getting ready for Pentecost, folks. What y'all think he doing? Up, get up. They probably yanked Aaron up. Get up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moshe, we don't know what happened to him. The man that brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what has become of him. We don't know what happened to him. And Aaron said unto him, break off the golden earrings, which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all of the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them in their hand, and fashioned it with a graving tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, Aaron didn't say, but he made it though. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. So they put some gods, some idols in the place of the Most High. Today we doing the opposite. We putting Yahushua in the place of Nimrod for Christmas and all other such days. Tammuz, Easter. That's what we doing. We putting them in. We doing the reverse of what they doing. And Aaron saw it. He built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Most High. They said tomorrow feast to the Most High. They were going to make their own. They were going to make their own Pentecost. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And the Most High said unto Moses, go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee. Most High said, I brought you out. They attributing, they mixing. That's called, they're fusing those gods with the Most High. You can't do it. Now we're going to get into, this is what the Most High said. He didn't want them in Egypt doing that mess. But they came out of Egypt doing the same thing. But the Most High, every single time when he had Aaron and Moses talking to Pharaoh, he said, and thou shalt say unto him in Exodus 7:16, the Most High of the Hebrews have sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. That they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, that's what he kept on saying. Exodus 8:1, let my people go, that they may serve me. Exodus 8:20, thus saith the Most High. He said, let my people go, that they may serve me. Exodus 9:1, it said, let my people go, that they may serve me. Exodus 9:13, it says, thus said the Lord God of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. You catch it? Verse 10:3, let my people go that they might serve me. 10:9, Moses, now I'm going to read this one. And Moses says, we will go forth with our young and with our old, with our sons and our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds. We will go. We must hold a feast unto Yahweh. 10:25, and Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Most High, not these Egyptian deities. Our cattle shall go with us. In verse 26, he said, our cattle shall go with us. There shall not be a hoof left behind. For thereof must we take to serve the Most High our God. We know not with what we must serve the Most High until we come thither. We got to get up out of here. Let us go to what? Serve. But what does serve mean? That word serve is abad, serve, do, till, servant, work. It says to work, to serve. We ain't gonna read all this, but it said to labor, work, do work, to serve Yah, to serve with Levitical service. They would go out there and sacrifice to the Most High, not sacrifice to them Egyptian deities. Exodus 8:8. Now, this is what Pharaoh was saying. Look at what Pharaoh said. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, entreat the Most High that he may take away we getting ahead, but just showing you the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go that they may do sacrifice to the Most High. Sacrifice, serve and sacrifice. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron and said, go ye, sacrifice to your God in the land. Say, get out of here. When he did let them go. But sacrifice, they had to kill and slaughter. Serve and slaughter. Serve and sacrifice. Serve and slaughter animals. That's what they were doing. Sound just like this. Galatians 3:10-14. For as many are of the works of the law, they're sacrifices. See, when they get over here looking at, that's what Paul said, no man is justified by the works of the law. They think those are commandments. No, it's about this service and sacrifice. He's saying you're no longer justified by that mess. I ain't gonna call it mess because the Most High ordained it till Yeshua come. Most High, Abba Yah, forgive me for saying that. It ain't no mess. Ain't nothing no mess with you. This ain't talking about because what are the works of the law? What is it? What is it? We don't understand what it is. Numbers 18:21-24. We talking about this animal's blood. Tonight we talking about the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach. And behold, I have given the children of Levi, who he tell to go out there and to serve and slaughter. Moses and Aaron. They were Levites. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for an inheritance for their service, which they serve. That's their inheritance. They don't get paid. The Most High is their inheritance. Neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh to the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall do the service. Down at the bottom, and they get the tithes. That's why they work. The Levites, they work for the Most High. That's what they do. In New King James Version, call their service work. The Levites, they doing the work. They're serving. They're sacrificing. The Message Bible calls it work. NIV, work. Do you catch it? Do you get it? Service. We're going to look up that word, service. Service that's in Numbers. Let's look it up. It says abodah, close to abad, they close. Service, servile. It says service, servile, work, bondage, serve, servitude, labor, service, labor, work, labor of servant or slave, labor, service of captives or subjects, service of Yah. That's what the Levites did. They worked. Those are the works of the law that cannot justify you. But the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach can justify you. Let's look at the word works in Galatians. It says that when he said you can't be justified by the works of the law, let's look at that word works. It is ergon. It said work, deed, doing, labor, business, employment. Who worked for the Most High? The Levites did. People all up in Paul right don't know what they talking about, but we off there. The gods that were defeated in Egypt. Because each plague, brothers and sisters, represented an Egyptian deity that the Most High, the Egyptians would worship, and his people in Israel, they were doing it too. But let's go to Exodus. We're not going to read Exodus 7:14-25. It's just where you can find it. Because you said, what is Aaron's name doing up there? People don't know. Shalom to you, brother. Thank you for coming in, Von Pope. Thank you for coming in. 13 likes. We got 21 in here. Had at least 24. Put that like button in there. But Aaron and Moses. So As we go through each one of these plagues, I'm going to show you who did it. Was it Aaron? Was it Aaron or was it Moses? Right? So Exodus 7:14-15 is Aaron. Water in the blood. The Most High told Aaron to do this. You can even look at on the Charlton Heston 10 Commandments. Who just put their rod in there? This is a GIF file. That was Aaron doing it. Charlton Heston didn't do it. The dude that played Aaron, he did it. But the God was happy. That was the Egyptian God. He was the God Egyptian. He was the Egyptian God of the Nile. And you know the Nile River stretched so far that it was considered the most abundant water source. But the Most High said, "I don't. Y'all want to worship Happy Nappy? You want to worship Happy Nappy?" He was a water bearer. So the Egyptian plague. So the Most High, he defeated Happy. It said the first plague that was given to the Egyptians from Yah was turning of the water to blood. As Aaron, the spokesman of Moses, touched the rod of the Most High to the Nile River, it immediately turned to blood, and all fish died. And the river stank, funky. Partially able to duplicate this miracle, the magicians of the Pharaoh also turned water into blood, leaving Pharaoh unimpressed with this great wonder. 7 days throughout, they were doing their stuff by magic, but Moses and Aaron were doing it by the power of the Most High Yah. So Happy, the Most High, when he turned that whole, they turned a little, they couldn't turn the whole Nile into blood, but the Most High could. Hey, Happy, get your nappy self up out of here. Let's go to the second one, the frogs, which you can read in Exodus 8:1-15. Aaron did this one too. Look at them frogs in that picture. This don't do it no justice, but Heket, she was the Egyptian goddess of fertility, water, and renewal. Heket, the Egyptian goddess, had the head of a frog. Heket had the head of a frog. When that water came blood, them frogs, they got themselves up out of there. Still, Pharaoh refused to let the children of Israel go from the presence of Egypt. The second plague was extended from Egypt. From the rod by Aaron was that of frogs. The frogs came up from the river and were in their houses and in their food and in their clothing. And to Christians today, they'll just, oh, shoot, this food right here. Oh, free frog legs for everybody. Taste like chicken. From the greatest to the least, no one in Egypt escaped the plague of the frogs. It said Pharaoh's magicians were able to bring more frogs in their attempt to imitate they trying to do their little magic. The Most High say, "Oh, you trying to do something? Okay, double, triple, quadruple more frogs." This was another attack on the famous. The Most High know what he doing. Oh, y'all like Heket, the frog? Okay, here goes some frogs for you. Get them out. See what happens. See, can you get them out? Exodus 8:16. This was lice. Lice. I hope y'all getting this today. Lice. That ain't nice. That lice ain't nice. Geb. The Egyptian god Geb was the god of the earth, was over the dust of the earth. So what the Most High do? He brought lice from that dust. At the command of the Most High, to Moses, Aaron was told to stretch forth his rod and to smite the dust with the earth. And when he did, the dust became lice throughout all the land, and both people and beasts. The very dust that was referred to in the creation process of man is now used to plague men as a reminder of his mortality and sin, which both lead to death. Finally, the magicians of Pharaoh are humiliated, being able to compete. You can't compete with the Most High. But let's keep it pushing. We ain't gonna spend all day on that. Let's go to the fourth one. Moses did this one. This was flies. Khepri, the Egyptian god of creation. You the creator, huh? Y'all Egyptians, y'all think this the creator now? Is that what you think? Movement of the sun. He was the movement of the sun and rebirth. Khepri, the Egyptian god, had the head of a fly. So he had a human body, but his head was a fly. And you see, are y'all catching the motif? You catching what the Most High doing to them? They worship these gods. But the Most High said, all right, I'm going to bust y'all up with the gods these no gods that ain't gods at all. Whatever they represent, I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to hurt you bad with them. Yeah, that's what he going to do. It said with the fourth plague, which consisted of flies, began the great miracle of separation and differentiation. Most High said, I'm gonna make a difference between the children of Israel and you Egyptians. I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna show you the difference. Moses met Pharaoh at the Nile River in the morning and made the demand, speaking on behalf of the Most High, let my people go that they may serve me. And Pharaoh hardened his heart and disregarded the request, resulting in a pronouncement of a swarm of flies. Woo-wee. This time, however, only the Egyptians are affected by the judgment or plague, and the children of Israel remain unscathed. This wonder also moves the Egyptian plagues to a different level, adding destruction as well as discomfort to the consequences of their decision. Plagued by flies, Pharaoh tried a new tactic and begins to bargain with the Most High. Now he's saying, all right, y'all can go serve, but just serve here. You can serve the Most High right here in Egypt. Now the Most High said, let them go. We ain't gonna read all that, but we can see this. This is what he did. Pharaoh called Moses and said, go ye sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses said, it is not meet to do so, for we shall sacrifice the abomination to the Egyptian, the Most High God. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination to the Egyptian before their eyes, and will they not stone us? He said, no, we got to do it out there. Number 5, diseased livestock. Yeah, diseased livestock. We almost done. He says, this was the Hathor, the Egyptian goddess of love and protection. She usually had a head. She was depicted, and I should have put a picture in here, but she was depicted with the head of a cow. But you know, the Most High got rid of all their livestock, messed up all their livestock, donkeys, cows, sheep, everything, tore it up. We're going to keep it pushing. Boils. So Isis, didn't I just show you Isis in that Queen of Heaven picture? Isis, Egyptian goddess of medicine and peace. Oh, Most High said, oh, that's your goddess of medicine and peace. All right, let's see if she can heal these sores y'all got. Let's see if she can do that. Let's see if she can do that. She couldn't do that. You can read the rest on your own. Look at them boils on them people in the pictures. Number 7, Hell. Nut. Her name is Nut, the Egyptian goddess of the sky. You know that picture we showed? Let me go back and show y'all that. We on number 63, but I do want to go back and show you Nut, the Egyptian goddess Nut. Hold on, did I pass it? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me hurry up. Here it is right here. You see the one, I don't know if you can, I don't think you can see my pointer, but the one with the start is Geb, right by Geb in Nut. Let me see. No, you can't see it, but it's the second deity on the top row. The second one is 2, Geb and Nut. That's that's the one up in the sky right here. These are stars right there in that little canopy. She was the goddess of the sky. Most High said, all right, let's see if your goddess let's see if your goddess can stop this hell that I'm about to bring in, because you know it's a storeroom in heaven that hold that hell. Did y'all know that? They hold manna too. Go watch our class when the Most High uses the weather. Go watch it. And we've been having some terrible weather around here. Got kind of found out, listen to the radio today, right where I live. I heard some guys on the radio. They said, man, over there by such and such street, oh man, that was the worst hit part in the city. Right where I live. My house is good. We ain't have no damage, no nothing. I saw it the other night when I was going and driving down. I was like, man, why all the street lights at? Why it's so dark over here? What's all this mess in the street? Most High didn't let it touch my house. And they forecasting bad weather tomorrow. Possibly some more type winds and all that. Y'all pray for me and my household. Pray that the Most High continues to protect us. Pray that for us. Pray it for us. But Nut, the Egyptian goddess, she reigned. The plague was hell rained down from in a form of fire. Look at these pictures of this hell. This hell, I can't even tell you. But the Most High says it's gonna be hell and fire. I mean, ice and fire gonna hit the ground. Gonna burn up on the ground. In the middle picture down at the bottom, that happened in California with them fires. Of I don't know how far ago, how far away, I don't know. But look at Moses in the other caption. He said, "You shall see hell fall from a clear sky." That's what he said in the movie, you know. But let's go to the next one. Number 8, set the locusts. The Egyptian god of storms and disorder, the Egyptian plague. Still Pharaoh would not listen. The Most High sent locusts, storms of locusts. That's what he sent. But the Most High said, "Let my people go that they may serve me." He wants you to come up out of Egypt and offer yourself as a living sacrifice today. Moses did this one in the 9th plague, darkness. Because who is this? Ra. You see all these Egyptologists talking about Ra, Amun Ra. Get out of here with that garbage. The Most High said, "Oh, you got a sun god, huh? Ra is the sun god, huh? Yeah, okay, we gonna see it." And Osiris, his son, huh? Okay, we gonna show you something. But the Egyptian plague, 3 days of Most High made it completely dark, covered the whole land of Egypt. So it said, the second paragraph, it said, the sun, the most worshiped god in Egypt other than Pharaoh himself, gave no light. The Most High showed that he had control over the sun as a witness that the Most High God of Israel had ultimate power over life and death. You better know it. But here go this next one. The 10th plague, the firstborn death. That's Exodus 11, 1 through 10. Most High done this. He let the destroyer loose. Watch this. We gonna play this. It's a GIF. The GIF wouldn't play. I'm gonna stop it real quick. Let me go back. It wouldn't, when I saved the GIF or GIF, whatever it's called, it wouldn't. So I just recorded the GIF on my phone on the computer, because when I saved the image to the PowerPoint, it would just be still. So I just made a little video. So, you know, so it might be a little shaky. That phone in my hand was a little shaky. But this is the death coming through on the movie, just to give you a visual. Death angel. Look at that Egyptian fell down. He was the firstborn, fell down. That's Joshua, ran to the door, came in. He got the blood on his doorpost. They said, "Joshua, close the door, man. Close the door." But you see it, just an illustration, folks. Just an illustration. So the Most High, what'd he do? Pharaoh finally let them go. Finally let them go. He said, "All right, y'all get up out of here. Y'all gonna get up out of here." Let's keep it pushing. We finna get on into the Passover meal. But let's read this though. Because guess what? This is a feast. Paul, what you say? He said, "Purge out therefore the old leaven." Once that, get the sin out your life. Before we take this bread and this wine, before we take it, get the leaven out of your life. Get the hatred out of your life. Get the strife out of your life. You fussing and fighting with somebody, you got out between you and your brother. Don't take this Passover. Get that right. Get the lust out of your life. Get the drunk. Don't be a drunkard. Get that out of your life. Don't be lusting. Thinking about somebody else wife. Stop that. You got a drug addiction. You got a sex addiction, porn addiction, any kind of addiction, food addiction. Get that leaven out your life. You disobedient to your mom and daddy. You hate people in your family. Get that leaven out your life. Mishandling the Most High's money. Bible say, "Oh no man, nothing but love." People, no, pay your bills. Get out of debt. Get out of debt. Pay your bills. Be a good steward of the money of the Most High. Don't be like that slothful and wicked servant who went and buried his Lord's money, his master's money, the talent, the things that the Most High blessed you with, to go to the talent you might have. Most High bless you to do this. And not necessarily money. You got a talent in your life, something that the Most High wants you to do something for the kingdom with that, and you sit on it. Stop being wicked and slothful. That wicked and slothful servant was cast into outer darkness. But he said, "For even Christ. Disobedient to your husband, can't stand his guts. I hope he don't wake up. What? Want to put some rat poison? Stop. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with the old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness. Don't be wicked. I don't know what everybody's dealing with, but whatever thing that is your thorn in the flesh, look, you can do all things through Yeshua HaMashiach. You can do all things. He strengthens you. His grace is made perfect in your weakness. His strength too, if I'm quoting it right. Neither with the malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Get it right, folks. Whatever it is, get it right. Melchizedek, king of righteousness, bread and wine. Where did we see that at? Genesis 14, 18 through 20. This go all the way back to Abraham, the bread and the wine. And Melchizedek, the king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High Yah. And he blessed him and said, blessed be Abraham of the Most High Yah, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High Yah, which have delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. Mama J. Pope, Mother Pope, we see you. But we getting ready to keep this feast. Let's go to Yeshua. What did he say? We ain't got but 6 more slides. 6 more slides. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play some music in the background. We getting ready to do this in just a second. Matthew 26 through 30. This is when Yeshua took the Passover with his disciples, the ones in whom the law was sealed. And as they were eating, Yeshua took bread, bread just like this unleavened bread that I'm about to eat. Nobody eat, nobody drink it until we all do it together. Don't do it yet. Got the wine right here. And as they were eating, Yeshua took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to his disciples and said, "Take, eat. This is my body." This bread represents his body. It represents his body. It's not his body, but it represents his body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, "Drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many." This is my blood of the New Testament. The words are the same, but the blood is different. No longer is it animal's blood. It's Yeshua HaMashiach's blood, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine. When you drink, you need to be drinking some off the vine, some with some grapes up in it. You ain't drinking no water unless Yeshua turn it to wine for you. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of this vine until the day when I drink it anew with you in my Father's kingdom. And when they had sung a hymn, singing, we got a hymn singing. Oh, don't worry about it. You right on time. You right on time. Get your bread and your wine. You all right. You all right. And when they had sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Mark 14 say the same thing. Same thing. I'll read it again, just for emphasis sake, so you can get it. And as they did eat, Yeshua took bread and blessed it and break it and gave to them and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." And he took the cup. And when he had given thanks, he gave it to him, and they drank of it. And he said unto them, "This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many. Verily, verily, I say unto you, I will drink no more the fruit of the vine until that day that I drink it anew in the kingdom of Yah." We ain't got there yet. And when they had sung a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. Let's go to Paul. 1 Corinthians 11, 23 through 34. For I have received of the Most High, of the Lord, that which also I have delivered unto you, that the Lord Yeshua, the same night in which he was betrayed, he took bread. He took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Not Christmas in remembrance of me. Not Easter in remembrance of me. Not Halloween in the remembrance of me. Not Palm Sunday in remembrance of me. Do this. What? Take the Passover. After the same manner, he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is a New Testament in my blood. This do ye as often as ye. We explained that to you. That ain't in the scripts. That's put in there to make you think you can take communion every day if you wanted to. And even so, if it is in there, what were they doing? Taking the Passover. How often did they do it? Once a year. Every first Sunday, every third Sunday. I know somebody said they do it every day and they drink water. They just take water and crackers. Show me in the script where you take communion by yourself at any time. It's common union. Union, meaning more than one. Show me where you can take water. You can't. He said, for as often as you eat this bread. Now, this is the key right here. For as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the master unworthily shall be guilty of the body and the blood of, like you murdered him yourself. But let every man and let every woman, if your children can't explain Passover to you, don't let them take. Anybody that's going to take, he said, but let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Messiah's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you. Wonder why you sick? Wondering why you weak? Wondering why you might have died prematurely? If somebody died prematurely, that don't mean this is why, but it could be. Examine yourself. If you got anything, don't you take it unworthily. Don't take it. Do not take it. I'm telling you, don't do it. And don't let nobody that's sitting with you shame you if you don't. He said, for if we would judge ourselves, judge yourself. Bang that gavel on yourself. We should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Most High, that we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. Wait. That's why in a second, we're going to all take it together. We're going to all take it what? Together. He said, wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together, eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home. This ain't for you to get full, that ye may not come together unto condemnation, and to the rest will I set in. Paul said, I deal with the rest of them knuckleheads when I come. But what we going to do right now, I want you to take your bread. And on the count of three, we're going to break it together. It might be a slight delay, but when you hear me say 1, 2, 3, break your bread and eat it. 1, 2, 3. Break that bread. This is for his body being broken and bruised for us. Eat it. Take your wine. Take the wine and drink. Everybody on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Drink the blood of Yeshua. Drink it. He said, drink ye all of it. Not too fast. His blood, what does it do? It flows to the highest mountain. Woo! Flows to the lowest valley. That blood is powerful. Wash away all your sins. Wash them away clean. And you turn around and you walk after Messiah. Not after you. After Messiah. I'll finish that in a minute. But before we go, I would like to read Isaiah 53, 1 through 12. You just partook of the body of Yeshua and the blood of Yeshua. We have to do this once a year. I know many camps, it's confusion on our side. I know some people did Passover a week ago. Some doing today, some doing tomorrow, some doing Thursday. Some doing a couple of weeks after today. But whenever you do it, you better do it in a worthy manner. When Yeshua come, he'll set it all right and we'll know what date is what date. No condemnation to no one. Let's go to Isaiah 53, 1 through 12. It says, who have believed our report? Who have believed our report? And to whom is the arm of Yahweh revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of dry ground. He have no form of comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. So the Yeshua is he's acquainted with, if you depressed in your life, he know all about that. He know all about that. Everything that you can even possibly think of or deal with. The Bible said that he was tempted in all points, yet without sin. It says he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of Yah, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. And our transgressions are many. I'm telling you that they are many. He was bruised for our iniquities, and the chastisement of our peace was upon him. And with his stripes we are healed. Guess what? We were sick with sin. He healed us. But guess what? That still can go to the healing of your physical body as well. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone his own way. Turn back to the Most High. Let's leave Egypt, folks. Let's stop all of that stuff. And the Most High have laid on him, Yeshua HaMashiach, the iniquity of us all. And at this time, he was talking about Israel. Folks that's out there, come on into Israel. Grab hold of a Hebrew. Grab that skirt. I'm trying to tell you, he was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. Some people say, people that don't believe in the Messiah, when he said, Eli, or Eloi, lama sabachthani, the Bible, the scripture said he opened not his mouth. No, he opened not his mouth to tell people to stop, silly. Oh, he tell the thief on the cross, today you're going to be with me in paradise. See, he opened his mouth. No, he is talking about this. He ain't tell him, don't kill. He didn't say that to them. No, I can't. He didn't do that. It says, he is brought as a lamb to the slaughter. And a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked. He was in Joseph of Arimathea. Got him to be buried there, hung between two thieves. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death. Joseph of Arimathea said, give me his body. Let me put him in the grave, because he had done no violence. He did no violence. He ain't killed nobody yet. Isaiah 66 telling you who he gonna kill. Wicked people, folks eating pigs and rats. They going down. I'm trying to tell you, yet it pleased. It said, neither was any deceit in his mouth, yet it pleased the Most High to bruise him. He hath put him to grief when thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin. He shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Most High shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many and made intercession for the transgressors. Brothers and sisters, we have partook of the Passover. I thank you for coming out and sharing this special occasion with me and my family, my wife, children. We thank y'all for coming on in. And now that you have left Egypt, do your best. Do your best to stay out of sin. Not saying it is not going to happen to you, but if you do, it say, if any man sin, he has an advocate. You got the Son, you got the, he can cleanse you of all your unrighteousness. His blood cleanse you of all your unrighteousness. It said, if any man sin, meaning you have the choice. But if you fall, not on purpose, you walk this life out. You walking this life out. See, we got 28 in here. Hit that like button. But if you should sin, the blood of Yeshua is there for you. Get up, dust yourself off. Just turn around and go the other way. Flee sin, eschew evil, like Abraham did, like Job did. Do it. Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. I would like for you guys to join us also this Shabbat, this Sabbath. I'm yelling, got my eyes red now, but join us this Shabbat, this Sabbath day. Join us. We got a great lesson, doing a special request for a brother. This lunar Sabbath thing. It'll go right with what we taught on today. Right with what we taught on today. I thank you, brothers and sisters, for coming on in. Pray for me and my family. I'll see you guys. Oh, same to you. Same to you, Sister Sheila. Same to you. Thank you guys for coming on in and keeping the command of our heavenly Father. Pray for me. Pray for my family. I love all of you guys. And we're gonna call it a night. Oh, don't worry about that key to life. Don't worry about that. We love you guys. All right. No. Yeah, I'm here to serve the Most High's people. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Whatever y'all need, just go to rapminutes.org. You got my phone number. Call me. Do whatever. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. The Ohio crew, love you guys. Nashville crew, love you guys. We got Mama J Pope, Lavon Pope, Brother Jeff, Sister Sheila right here in town with me. Dun Nezes, G Mac, Brother Isaac, Grind Like Josh, everybody, Auntie, everybody, Mother Treasury watching at the house, Mother Beanie, everybody. And I'm gonna stop calling names because I always forget somebody. I love you guys. Shabbat shalom to you. Peace and blessings to you. I will see you guys this Shabbat. And I may put up a video tomorrow for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I don't know. I might do that. I appreciate all the kind words. One day we'll be when the Most High bless us, we'll be able to all come together in a nice structure. Hopefully a compound on my own land. we can do that. So I'll see you guys. Love you. Appreciate you. North Carolina crew, love you too. Everybody. Sister Yanice, baby Charlotte. Let me stop calling names while I forget somebody elder too. We are out. Shabbat shalom to you. Peace.